Next, we're excited to honor our 2025 inductee into the Distinguished Alumni Society. The Distinguished Alumni Society recognizes and honors those alumni who demonstrate outstanding leadership beyond the Webb School community. Membership in the Distinguished Alumni Society is awarded by the Alumni Board and the Board of Trustees. Members of the Distinguished Alumni Society include Webb alumni who, through personal commitment, work ethic, and service, have achieved significant success in their professional careers and have made outstanding contributions to their communities, demonstrating Sawney's vision of bringing honor to themselves and to the Webb School. This year's inductee is Dr. Sara Bomar, class of 1980 of Brentwood, Tennessee. Bomar is the daughter of Jack and Anna Marie Bomar, both formal Webb faculty members. She practices functional medicine in Franklin, Tennessee, and also practices with her brother, Dr. Neil Bomar, in Cumberland Furnace, Tennessee, focusing on root cause solutions that traditional medicine has not fully alleviated. Sara.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Libby. And thank you, Board of Trustees and Alumni Society, for giving me this award. It's just really an honor. This past week, my husband and I were running around getting ready for work, and he stops and says, "So Sara, do you know exactly why you're getting that award from Webb School?" And I said, "No, not really." It really took me off guard, but I'm very honored. And I came to the conclusion, he and I discussed it, that it was really about overcoming and the lessons taught in overcoming. So I'm just going to give you a quick background about that journey, that process. I was 21 when I graduated from college, got married right away. That ended up in a failed marriage, and I decided I wanted my life to be meaningful, and I wanted to pursue something very meaningful. And I decided I'm going to med school. And my brother was already there, so I had a little bit of an idea of what that was going to entail. I worked really hard in medical school, did well on my boards, and was able to get an amazing residency at Vanderbilt in radiology. And while I was there, and I loved it so much, I was married. I had 3 beautiful stepchildren and a precious baby girl. And, excuse me. And things were going great, and I had an injury to my back while I was working. And no big deal, I thought. We're going to come through that very easily, and I had surgery. And I started getting progressively worse. And ultimately ended up in a motorized reclining wheelchair in excruciating pain, and had to stop working. It was very difficult just to deal with that, plus the part of not knowing exactly why I had this condition, and being part of the medical community, I realized the frustration in the doctors' faces as I went to my appointments. But thank goodness for friends and family and prayer. About 8 years into it, I went to an incredible neurosurgeon at Vanderbilt who really took the time with me and did some additional tests and figured out what I had, which was a very rare spinal disease. I was so thankful to get that diagnosis, but the disease had already progressed to another spinal level, and the outcomes and the prognosis were very poor. So I had to really dig to find something that would help me. And I, thank goodness, had the internet. You know, as doctors were like, oh my gosh, they're going on the internet for their answers. But I'm telling you, go on the internet, really. Go ahead. Ultimately, I did find some things that were helpful for me, but my father walked me into a little jewelry store in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and talked to someone whose daughter, whom I knew, had been for stem cell treatment. And the family, we all discussed it, decided to go for it. And that's why I'm standing here today. So, in that journey, I just want to say, learned a lot of lessons about gratitude, about compassion, and about hope. And I'm very thankful for those. And not in a small part, I need to thank Webb School for so many things I learned there. First of all, the resilience factor. We had amazing teachers, and I'm so glad I got to see the Marxes here today. You all were wonderful for our class and loved on us as people, encouraged us as students, and really pushed us hard, and that's great. We all didn't like it at the time, possibly, but we're grateful for that. The other thing is the friendships, and I can never thank so many of you enough for being so supportive of me in the good times and the hard times, and it means the world. And we had time together, and it was a small school, and so I felt like we really had time to dig into each other's friendships. It was wonderful. The other thing is that the seeds of my Christian faith were really planted here at this school. I remember going to chapel and those old traditional hymns that are so full of wisdom, singing those together, hearing sermons from time to time, and individual teachers who, again, planted seeds along those lines. So I really want to thank you for that. And I just want to come away saying the thing you think may be your undoing in life may actually be the thing that makes you a better person. And you may be forever grateful for that. I want to thank my mom who's here. I wish my dad could be here. He just passed away about a year ago, but he loved this school. And as we drove in last night, I said, our DNA is in this town and in this school. Thank you, George, my husband. Thank you. My brother Neil. for being a beacon of happiness and joy in hard times. Julie, thank you so much. Hanging in there with me. It wasn't always fun or pretty. Thank you, Anna. You're my bestie. I didn't know it was going to happen, but it did. And thank you, sweet Linda. Thank you. She was that friend who, when I couldn't take my daughter out on her birthday, would do that. She'd step up to the plate. So we can all think of times in our lives where we're held up on the shoulders of other people. And I'm just very thankful for that. I appreciate this esteemed crowd. You all are wonderful. Thank you so much.